Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Rate My Subscribers Thirdgen. In today's episode, we're going to go ahead and cover some cars. If you want to get involved and send your ride, subscribe to the channel. Then number 2, email me at FireballMullet@gmail.com. The way it works is I'll be rating these rides from 1 to 10. Also, if you have a project car, go ahead and send that in, because at the end of the video, I pick one project car from all the videos sent. And then I'll also pick a feature car from all the ones that I rated that are completed. So stay tuned to the end. Let's get right to it, guys. So first of all, we have Tim Green. He said he's owned a 69. He said he had to sell it. He said he bought a 79 Z28. Then, life got in the way, had to sell that. We all know how that goes, right? He said finally, things kind of turned around a little bit for him, and now he finally got a third gen. He wanted an IROC. He said he really wanted a low mile car. He wanted a 5-speed. They weren't really in his price range. And so he found this car, original 92 RS 5-speed with 41,000 miles. Said he picked it up for about $12,000 3 years ago. So he said he redid the AC, the heater core, the alternator, and everything like that. He said he had tinted windows, pretty much all he's done to the car. But yeah, man, this is a great representation. I love the color as well. He said he might redo the exhaust, and he's thinking about the blue flame chrome exhaust tips. I don't know, man. I don't know if I would do that. That might be a little, I don't know. I feel like it's a little ricey for me, but I don't know. Everybody's got their opinions, I guess. He needs some suggestions on wheels. For wheels, as everybody knows, I really love to, stick with something that looks somewhat like stock, but I also love weld wheels as too. But I don't know, for these later on the 91s, the 92s, I like the Ronald type wheels. If it were me, that's the wheel that I would get for this car. I think it would look pretty badass. So you can see here, very nice interior. I mean, the interior just looks amazing. It's a little blurry, the picture. Wow. Yeah, man, great. Look at the engine, all original. Interior looks amazing. The paint, everything just looks freaking sweet, man. What a great car. I mean, so man, I love this car, and I'm glad you got you a third gen. For me, the only thing I would do, honestly, I love the wheels that are on it. The stock, kind of like what this car is going for. I love the stock wheels. If you decided to get some aftermarket, in my opinion, those Ronald type wheels, kind of deep dish, kind of like the Firehawk type of wheel. I love those, man. They would look so hot on this car. I'm going to give you an 8 mullets. I just love this car. Super great representation of a 92 RS, man. And I think you picked the right third gen to kind of get back into it. Thanks for supporting the channel, man. All right, guys, our next one up is going to be Carmen Colangelo. 305 stock engine with a Borg-Warner 5-speed transmission. He said he redid all of the suspension on it, added a Wonder Bar. So I think that's a wonderful Wonder Bar to get. He also did a catback replacement and also changed the headlights to LED. He changed the rims and went with a staggered sort of approach on those for the rim and tires. Firestone Indy tires on it. He replaced with a Kenwood Exelon. That looks kind of nice, man. It actually looks kind of bluish green there. So I think even the LED and the sort of the accent lights there kind of go with the car. He's got the paint is original. The same with the interior. Wow. He said hopefully he's going to do some engine upgrades later. So, man, I really love the car. I love the color. And I think your wheel selection is really nice, the black. So I also like the silver with the black wheels. I think that looks really nice. And man, this color combination and these wheels look super unique. And I think you did a great job in terms of the vision on this car. The interior is freaking amazing. And here's a couple more of the interior pics. Wow, look at those seats. He's got the clock here. Man, that just looks so nice. Wow. I'm going to give this car a 7 mullets out of 10. Great job, man. I didn't have any engine pics that I received, so that might have clicked it up a little bit more depending on how that would have been, but I really love the car. Thanks for supporting the channel and submitting the car, man. Our next car is going to be from Darryl Lawless. Now, this thing looks very, very badass in my opinion. I just love the style. Normally, I don't like sort of the hockey stick sort of on the fender here, But with these lines, the cow hood and the silver accent, it works for this car. I mean, it really does. I mean, I think it looks super badass here. Looks great. It's got the integrated B&M. It looks like mega shifter on here. Got a switch panel over here to the right. The interior looks cool, man. He's got the 5-point harness, which is always nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know a lot of guys, sometimes they just go with the 4, and it's nice to have that 5th piece, you know, and I've been doing some research in this, you know, sometimes, you know, when you actually get into a situation, you know, these tend to ride up and come up. So this 5th sort of point here really keeps things down. So to me, that's a, you know, if you're gonna have one, I think that's an important piece to have there. Got a roll cage in here, which is super cool, keep you nice and safe. Wow, this engine just pops, man. It's got sort of the black engine bay in here. I love, you guys know I love this air cleaner. It's one of the highest flowing ones. And the engine and all that just looks super crisp, nice, well done. MSD ignition as well, which is really cool. And man, I mean, look at this. I mean, that looks really cool, man. It's got, I mean, I just love it. And it's got the cow hood, a couple little strut, looks like support bars here for a front lip. I don't know what front lip that is. Maybe that's the ones that Hawk sells. That's based on, I think, Phillips design. But the wheels look good, and I love, again, the silver with the black. To me, just all black wheels just is too much. I like to see something that kind of breaks up the tires a little bit more. So I think this looks, you know, really cool. Very nice, clean, stock looking interior with the cage. Again, another view here, kind of a parking lot. Oh yeah, great shot there of the cockpit area, you know, with the gauge and the A-pillar. Got the tack, shift light, everything's pretty much set up. So you can tell, man, you know, Darryl's running this car. Darryl's not playing. So this is very nice, man. So I love this car. I love what you've done with it, Darryl. It has a nice street, like a heavy street look, but it looks like it'll kick some ass too. I'm gonna give you an 8.5 mullets. So really love the car. Thanks for supporting the channel, man. All right, guys, our next car is going to be Jens Sternberg. Okay, you know, that's close enough, right? So he's got an 84 Z28, and he's from Sweden, as I mentioned. He's got a drag car, and he has a 355 with ported jegs aluminum head, which is right here, which is very cool. Damn, it's got a turbo on it too. Man, that thing is sweet. Got the cow hood. Yeah, man, it's a nice draw. Wow, man. So Jens is not playing. He's right there on the strip, getting it down. He's got the Hoosiers all wrinkled up. He said he's got an Assault Racing single plane intake manifold, comp cams. It's a hydraulic roller cam, and eBay GT45 turbo on it. He said he's got a fully built TH350 back behind the engine, and he said it produced about 750-ish horsepower, and he doesn't have any time slips on the strip yet with the turbo, but last year in it ran 12:01. So man, you're gonna be getting it down, man. You're gonna be hooking and booking now. So that, you know, you got to keep us posted, man. When you hit it this year, let us know what you're doing. But yeah, total drag car here, man. So I really love it. I got to give this, you know, it's a different type of build than I would do. So, you know, it's a little different for me to rate. And for a drag car, I'm probably going to give this a 7 mullets. Man, look at the weight distribution here. He's got, you know, he's got the tire planted. So you definitely got the suspension, it looks like, right on it. Doesn't look like it's crushing the slick, you know, as too much. So it looks like you got a pretty good balance there on, you know, getting that tire planted without crushing it too much. So curious on what suspension you're running. Are you know, like a stock torque arm, or are you like the shortened torque arm? That sort of thing. So maybe comment below on kind of what your rear suspension is. I'd be curious to know that. Great car, man, and thanks for submitting the car. All right, guys, Majan McCues is next. Now, he's from Marissa, Illinois. He's 22 years old, and he said he's been working with Thirdgen since he was 13 years old. And so he finally got his own 2 years ago. It's a 91 Pontiac Firebird. So good job, man. Thanks for sending some birds to me. You guys complained to me about, hey man, you do a lot of Camaros. Well, I get primarily Camaros sent to me. So you guys with the birds, send them to me, man. We'll get them in here. So a 91 Pontiac, and so yeah, a couple shots here. Damn, man, you got a helicopter? You rolling like a helicopter? Good Lord, man. That's what I need on the Fireball Mullet channel. Maybe that'll be what my next addition will be to the channel, is a helicopter. No, I'm just kidding. Man, what the hell? That's awesome. That's cool. Who knows? It may not be his helicopter. It may not be your helicopter, Mason, but it's a great photo. Great looking stance here, man. The lines look great on the car. He said it used to be a 305 TBI 700R4 car, but now it has a LS Power. He said it's got a 5.3 and it has Gen 4 rods and pistons out of a L33 block, 5.3, and full manual shift, 4L80 transmission. Good job for going with the 4L80. Got a spool in the rear with 373s. Forget the limited slip. I'm going straight for the spool setup. He says it's got a full manual shift, a 4L80 transmission. With that, BMR control arms, Panhard bar, and the Speed Engineering relocation Panhard bar for the exhaust there. Yeah, he definitely got the LS in it. He's got it, the hood opened up, looks like an aftermarket hood maybe here. It's kind of got it opened up for the turbo. Nice shot there. Again, the helicopter shot is pretty killer. They've got to have the cornfield shot right after the helicopter shot. And Mason also sent me one photo of his interior, which from what I can tell looks pretty good. He's got the Holly Terminator, which is really nice and what I always recommend for new LS swap type things. So, but from what I could tell, it looks very nice. This looks like during the process, okay, all right, got some, getting it done there. So that's very cool. And you can tell, everything was done himself. Looks like the wiring and everything else. So super cool, man. Good job there. It's got cable throttle body, and is this a solenoid? Maybe got nitrous on that bad boy. I don't know. So very cool setup, man. So yeah, just kind of some progress build there and sort of getting it in there. So, all right, Mason, I'm going to give you a 7 mullets out of 10. Great job on the car, man. I love the lines on it. It looks very cool. I love this stripe on it too, kind of how the way it goes there. So thanks for submitting the car, man. I really appreciate it. This looks like a really fun car to have, man. And thanks again for sending me a Pontiac. Guys, send me some more birds. Okay, Jesse sent me some photos of his. I think it's, he basically said it's a 91 Z28. He said he bought it for about $1,000 and he said it was rough. He said it was a true L98 car with a T5 swap, and he's got a couple years later, he's starting to see the finish line. He said he did all the work himself except for he said the paint and the engine rebuild and the transmission. He said he feels like, this car is a really big accomplishment in his life. So man, that's great to hear, man. I love those kind of stories. So Jesse, great car, man. Keep at it, man. Definitely, we won't be rating this one because obviously it's under the project status, and I really appreciate you sending it. This is kind of putting the motor in. Yeah, just overall, man, really nice. You can tell it's just everything's been meticulously kind of gone through, and obviously now we're at the paint right here, which is the most exciting part, and the color looks great, man. All right, guys, it's that time for me to pick which Thirdgen out of all these is going to be the featured. But before I do, I want to pick the project car, and that's going to be Jesse. So great job, Jesse. Keep at it, man. You've got a great project going on. The winner's going to be Darryl Lawless. So congrats, man. You're the feature car of this episode, and just a great job. And I love the different combination here. There's some things that I wouldn't have done to my car, but the whole thing is the package, the combination of things and how they work together, right? And go ahead, guys, if you haven't already subscribed, comment, like on this video. All right, guys, thanks, and we'll see you on the next episode.